Episode 9 of the Summer Hikaru Died, titled Old Man Takeda, slams into you like a ghost story whispered in the dead of night. Airing on September 7, 2025, at 12:55 am JST on Nippon TV after a week's delay thanks to their 24-hour television telethon route, but we survived. This episode picks up the shattered pieces from Episode 8's cliffhanger and weaves them into a suffocating tapestry of dread, heartbreak, and village secrets. Adapted from Moki manga, it's a slow-burn horror fest that feels like it's happening right in your living room. The plot follows Yoshiki, voiced by Kubitachi, serving raw anguish in Hikaru nailing the uncanny charm as they stumble deeper into Kubitachi's cursed underbelly. After surviving a grotesque spirit attack in the woods, the boys are rattled. Hikaru, the thing wearing Yoshiki's best friend's skin, is worse for wear. His eldritch insides, a swirling mist of reds, purples, and blues, are leaking out after he tried to eat the spirit last episode. It's a gut-twisting visual, and Yoshiki's barely holding it together, torn between love for his friend and horror at what he's become. Enter Rie, Matsu's no-nonsense daughter, who slaps some sense into them literally, girls got hands and pushes them to keep digging. The episode's heart is the mystery of Old Man Takeda, a name dropped in a cryptic note from Episode 8. The boys hit up Kubitachi's library, where they find an old map that looks disturbingly like a human body, neck, head, the works. It's not just a map, it's a hint that Kubitachi itself might be alive, or at least tied to some freaky sacrificial ritual. The episode leans hard into this, with whispers of Nonuki-sama, the village's so-called deity, starting to sound like a cosmic predator. A new face, Tanaka, steps up with cryptic warnings about the village's past, hinting at human sacrifices and a history so dark it makes your skin crawl. Is he a guide, a threat, or just another lost soul in Kubitachi's game? The vibe is pure dread wrapped in summer haze. Every frame feels like it's holding its breath, whether it's Yoshiki's quiet panic as he watches Hikaru unravel or the eerie stillness of Kubitachi's streets at night. The big moment comes when they confront the legacy of Old Man Takeda, a figure tied to the village rituals, and the episode ends on a brutal cliffhanger. A shadowy figure with a neck dripping something too dark to be blood looms over Yoshiki. It's not a cheap scare, it's the kind of image that burrows into your brain and sets up camp. The pacing is deliberate, almost cruel, letting the tension simmer until you're screaming for answers. CygamesPictures, under Ryohei Takeshita's direction, is cooking with style. The animation in Old Man Takeda catches the manga's haunting vibe while adding its own flair. Kubitachi's rural setting is a star player, lush greens and golden sunlight that feel deceptively warm, like a trap waiting to spring. The color palette pops, but it's the eldritch visuals that steal the show. Hikaru's exposed insides are a grotesque masterpiece, swirling reds, purples, and blues that look like a cosmic wound. It's hypnotic, like staring into an abyss that stares back. Yuichi Takahashi's character designs keep the emotions raw. Yoshiki's wide, haunted eyes scream grief, while Hikaru's grin is just a tad too sharp, like he's one bad day from unraveling completely. The quiet moments hit hardest. A scene where Yoshiki watches Hikaru laugh under a tree is framed so tenderly, you almost forget he's a monster until the shadows shift, and you're reminded something's wrong. The apparition from Episode 8 gets a creepy encore, its liquid-like form animated with fluid menace by Masanobu Harioka's Dororo technique. It's unsettling, like the horror's alive and breathing. The opening theme Seikai by Vonti and ending Anoto wa Kaibatsu by Tubo are perfect mood setters, blending melancholy and menace like a good horror OST should. But, and I'm keeping it kind here, the horror could dig deeper. The manga's stark black and white art has a raw, oppressive edge that the anime's vibrant colors sometimes soften. The apparition's design is creepy but too clean, give me more jagged, gritty textures to make my stomach churn. The dialogue-heavy library scene feels static, with the animation idling when it could have used warped angles or dynamic cuts to amp up the unease. It's a nitpick, but I'm greedy for that next-level terror. Still, the visuals are a feast, and the team's clearly got the chops to make Kubitachi a character in its own right. Old Man Takeda is the Summer Hikaru Died at its peak, heart-wrenching, creepy, and so intimate it hurts. It's not just a horror show, it's a story about love, loss, and clinging to someone who's slipping away. Yoshiki's struggle with Hikaru is painfully real, especially with those queer undertones that make every glance between them feel like a knife to the heart. The mystery of Old Man Takeda in Nonuki-sama has me hooked as Kubitachi a living entity. Is Hikaru a victim or a player in this cosmic game? I'm crossing my fingers for Episode 10 to crank the horror up a notch, more eldritch chaos, more gore, less tiptoeing. Tanaka's cryptic vibe screams plot twist, and I need him to either save the day or burn it all down. CygamesPictures is crafting something special, and if they keep pushing Moki and source material to its limits, this could be a horror classic. For now, I'm sitting here, sipping my imaginary cafe latte, staring into the void of Kubitachi's secrets, and wondering if I'll ever trust the sunny village again. Episode 9, you've got me messed up and I'm here for it.